Hi, Stacy. How you doing? Okay, so here's where I'm at with all these patterned backgrounds, and I don't know if you, excuse me, have watched any of the other videos, but I'm really against using any kind of these patterned backgrounds for a number of reasons. Number one, it's totally diluting your branding. I mean, it basically it works like this. It's the law of minimalism, meaning that and that dictates that everything you add to a page takes away from what's already on the page, and that's very true. It's also called Hick's law. Take a look, research it. You'll see what I mean. It makes a lot of sense. So basically, you're trying to reinforce your branding to the viewer, but you're diluting your branding at the same time by adding this kind of marble background. And we see it here and here, and it's so deeply ingrained in your branding that I can't say that this is going to be a memorable mark because it's in competition with a big marble background. It just doesn't. The formula won't work for you. I hope that makes sense. Now, another reason why I would not do this is because that is just a beautiful mark. It's gorgeous. My only recommendation here would be that H is really thin compared to the other letters. Stacy, that is gorgeous, just beautiful. And Heron is too. It's not as well developed as Stacy, but it's really good. The H is just not able to stand though because it's too thin. It looks like it's going to fall over. But this is a gorgeous mark. The brown and the turquoise colors together are just beautiful. So I say take the background out, take the marble out. I know you're not going to like hearing me say that, but and there's another reason too. And here's what it is. You're sitting in your interview, and the interviewer says to you, okay, what's the background? Did you create that? And if you did, that's awesome. If you didn't, then your credibility is basically going to disappear at that moment. And I hope that makes sense. Because you're using someone else's design to try to reinforce your branding. It doesn't make sense. Again, I hope I'm making sense. I really do. All right. That's just such a gorgeous mark. I don't want to see it on the page with all that other stuff taking away from it. Okay, enough of that, Michael. Let's go. Move on. Let's go. Okay, so see what I mean? I'm sorry. I gotta jump in here. Oh, look at that. It's so sharp. I love it. It doesn't need anything. It's so sharp. Okay. So I see your fold up, the way that this works. That's kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool. And you've shown a pretty good representation here. But, again, when we leave this piece, what are we going to remember as it is? What are we going to remember? We're going to remember the marble. We're not going to remember the gorgeous logo because it's just, it's just too much to compete with that marble. That's what gets ingrained in the viewer's head. So, all right, so that's where I am at, Stacy. If you have any questions or if anything is not making sense, please let me know, and I'll be glad to try to clarify. All right, good job. Thanks.